Hey everybody, welcome back to Kat's Kitchen. Thank you guys for being back here for another episode. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be preparing some meals for the weekend. We're going to be going a little bit out of town, so I just want to make sure that we have some of the foods that we really enjoy. And it gives me an excuse to cook again, which never is a bad thing. So the first thing that I made, and before we get into that, I do want to ask you guys, please like, share, and subscribe for the video. Helps me to push out my videos to other people. And also, if you're looking for more of my recipes, in the description box below, you're going to see a link to my website. That's catskitchenblog.com. And on there, you'll see a lot more of my recipes for you guys to try. So the first thing that I made is, I know this is backwards, I can read it to you. This is just a package of keto pancakes. And I already cooked them up here, so I'll give you a little look. So one of those packets made roughly about, I want to say a good, I made them kind of big, and I wasn't detailed on the size of them, but one pack is 10 ounces, and like I said, it made all these pancakes. So we'll call it, maybe, if they're about medium size, I'd say you could probably get a good 10, maybe an ounce for each pancake. Okay, so next what we're going to be working on is our crab cakes. So I'm going to show you what we've got going on here. I already have my skillet heating up here with some avocado oil. And so that is getting ready for us. Now what we have to do is get the mix ready for our crab cakes, and then we'll sear them off. Alrighty, so in our bowl here, we're going to be mixing together some fresh crab, fresh or canned crab. I mean, this is as fresh that I can get for where we live right now. This is from Sam's Club. But imitation crab will not really work in this recipe. I don't really care for imitation crab. You can try it if you want. Let me know how it goes. But I really don't care for imitation crab, so that's why I try to stay away from that. Next to this, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic in here. Then we're going to add in about 1/4 of an onion. I sliced this for another recipe, so I'll use the rest of this in my other recipe here. Next, we're going to add in some mayo of your choice. Add a couple tablespoons. Then we have Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese, and then I have 1 egg. And then I'm going to also add in a little bit of fresh lemon juice. Anytime you have fish, it's always nice to have a citrus because it kind of picks up that fish flavor and makes it really nice and light. And then for our seasonings, we're going to do salt and pepper, onion, garlic powder, parsley, and some paprika. If you have some Old Bay, that would really be good too. And if you have fresh herbs, obviously that would be optimal to put in here. I also have on the back of my stove, I have some cauliflower boiling for us. That's going to go with our crab cakes. Our egg. And then just about almost 1/2 of a lemon. Okay, so now we're just going to mix this up a little bit here. And then for our binder for this, we're going to be using almond flour because this is technically going to be a keto and gluten-free crab cake. So we're going to get this mixed up first, and then we're gonna add in some of our almond flour to help bind it together in those cakes. I also recently just made a salmon cake recipe. You can go check that one out. I'll try to link it for you. It's really, really good recipe for canned salmon, or if you have fresh salmon, whatever you have. I used a lot of fresh herbs in that one. I would be using fresh herbs in this too, but I just don't have them on hand. Oh, we're gonna smell it. It smells super yummy. I'm gonna add in a little bit more lemon juice because I do like how that citrus helps things out a little bit. And then I'm also gonna add in a little more Parm cheese. And then now I'm gonna start to add in some of my almond flour. I'm gonna start with about 1.5 tablespoons, and we're just gonna see what we need. Sometimes it's great to follow a recipe, but what I'd like to encourage you guys to start doing is to figure out what you need for the portion size that you're working with, because you can't always follow a recipe depending on what you're trying to make. I hope that makes sense. So what we're doing now is we're just kind of trying to see how much almond flour we need to make this stick together to be a nice, form a nice cake for us. So I'm gonna go back in and give it another 1/2 tablespoon of almond flour. I'm just adding my almond flour gradually at this point. If it got to be too dry, what I could do is put a little bit more mayo in there and kind of save it. But I'm just trying not to have to do that if I don't have to. It's like an appetizer. So now I just take our little patty, roll it up like almost like a burger, and I'm gently squeezing it and cupping it like this so that it forms that nice shape. And then our oil is hot over here, as you can see, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it right at 12 o'clock. I'm going to continue on in making the rest of these. And the reason why I'm starting at 12, and then I'm going to work my way down 12 o'clock, then about, 2, 3 o'clock, and so on and so forth, is because then I'll always know the first one that I put in the pan. That's a little chef trick for you. Anything that you're putting in a pan that's single like this, that way you know which one you put in there, so you can know which one to flip next, so they don't overcook. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna throw you guys a little bonus recipe right now for some egg salad. This is if you have to do egg salad really, really fast. I usually have hard-boiled eggs in my refrigerator, so this is about four to 5 eggs right here. I know sweet relish is not keto technically, but you can use a dill relish if you'd like. This just makes it super fast. You can put celery in here, you can do onion in here, you can do it up however you like. I'm going to do a little salt and pepper for some seasoning. And then this is just one more thing that we're going to take with us on our little trip, is as a lunch option. And then just a little bit of mayo of your choice. And that's it, guys. And then just give this a nice mix. I'm going to put it in one of my glass lid locking containers, and it's ready to go. You can serve this on bread if you want. If you want to do lettuce wraps, you can do that. Or you can just eat it just like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed that fast little bonus recipe for some egg salad. Guys, so here we are with our crab cakes. I just put them in a glass dish with some paper towels in between to soak up any grease. And they turned out really, really well. The only downfall is they are falling apart a little bit, but you know what? I'll take that over them being dry. So if you guys know any other tips for gluten-free crab cakes, salmon cakes, Am I supposed to use maybe xanthan gum to help hold them together a little bit more? I mean, they're not bad at all. I mean, look how beautiful it is. And it tastes amazing. So if you have any little tips on that for, you know, these little cakes, let me know down in the description box below. I really appreciate it. And I'll leave you guys the recipe down there as well. So I just made some cauliflower for these. I have some asparagus on right now, but that's going to be in the next video. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be chicken schnitzel. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, friends.